Hi, my name is Joshua Lorcy. I'm 19 years old. I'm born and raised in Queens, New York. Basically, I was like an only child until I was like about 4. I had a little sister. Her name is Margella. She's a wonderful little sister of mine. I love her to death. Growing up, I went to a Catholic school. My dad left my mom around when I was like 8 or 9. So it was just like, I was the man in the house. And it was tough because, he tried putting his hands on my mom. That's why the reason why they got a divorce. It was a lot. I had to call, I was the guy who called 911 in the situation. I don't know, growing up was really hard. I mean, I had a lot in school. I didn't act like how people perceive a African-American would act. And, they thought I would be interested in basketball, sports, but I mainly like the video games and stuff. Growing up, that was really hard with the racial comments I would receive almost every day in schools. It's pretty tough, but I'm a strong guy. So I was able to make it through those 9 to 10 years of terrible comments, but I'm here now, so that's all that matters. Don't remember if it was in second grade or first or second grade. Around that time, Pokemon X Beryl and Duncan came out, and everybody in my school got it, and I was the guy who didn't get it. And I told my mom about it, but she said she would have to wait from paycheck to paycheck, so she'd have to see if she could fit a little bit of money in to get it for me. Every time my mom would give me money for school to buy lunch or whatever, I would actually put it in a bank, and I actually picked up the game, and it was one of the best experiences of my life. I love Pokemon. Pokemon is like my best friend. I didn't have a friend to talk to, and it's I know I could always go home, and I had my GameCube there. And some people have a dog, some people have a friend that they just really love. It was my Pokemon game was my best friend. I've been through a lot. Couldn't speak until I was 6 because I went to speech therapy. I had problems speaking. I had health problems. Doctors didn't think I would make it to this day. It's a lot my mom went through. She actually played with me. So what we would do is every day after school, after work, she would come home. I'd check my homework, and then we would go straight to Pokemon X Beryl and Darkness or Pokemon Channel. In the game, they would have the characters would talk, and she would actually help me read. That was one of the forms of ways I would learn how to read through Pokemon. So yeah, Pokemon has helped me throughout all my life. I started playing Pokemon competitively around VGC around March 2015, I believe, and I played Smogon beforehand. Smogon was the gateway to VGC, so I'm thankful for Smogon for that. It's a wonderful type of format. I like the OU format mostly. In the YouTube section they have what you should watch and stuff, and I see in the Pokemon World Championships, and I'm like, hey, these guys are competitive Pokemon players. I could do that too. So I started my first VGC match in 2015 at the Brooklyn Premier Challenge. And I actually top cut my first event over there, and I got 8th place. I played Cybertron VGC actually, and I watched his videos prior to going to the event, so it was actually pretty cool playing him. I beat him my first round, and I thought it was over, and I thought I'm going to top 4, but Aaron actually thrashed me 2 games after that and told me, yeah, it's okay, you didn't know there's a best of 3, but I'll see you at the next event. I mean, after that, I had a burning drive. I'm a very competitive person. I don't like being mediocre at stuff for some reason. It's just my competitive drive. That's just how it is. I always want to be the best. Try to be the best. 2015 was my first year. I played about half the season of VGC, and I think I got around 60 CP. I played at Invitational, which was hosted by RTO in New York City. It was Jen. Jen is a wonderful TL. I love her to death. Thank you, Jen, for that. I actually got 4th place at that event, and then Zach Drokamp actually spoke to me, and he said that he's a passion in me, he says I could become good at this game if I really put the effort into it. He says he sees something in me, and I took his comment very seriously, and I take everybody's comment very seriously, and I got a lot of feedback from that event, and then people were like, you could do this, 2016, I think you should really put all your effort into this, and I actually did. So yeah, 2016 was I want to say one of the best years of my life. The end of 2015, around December, there was a PC in Long Island. I got 2nd place, and I got 2nd place to Justin Karras, who also top 8 worlds of 2016. So I ended up winning a PC finally, in I think around January or February in Connecticut. And that's when I was like, wow, I can actually win something. This is amazing. I'm winning. I'm doing this. So after that, it just went crazy. Prior to that, there was a Florida regional where I placed top 32, and that's when I knew I was like, I'm in the top brackets now. I'm moving up. Like, I'm moving up. I'm slowly going from 128 to 32 at events. And then Virginia, prior to that, I was top 32 as well. So I'm just like, this is actually working. I'm improving. And at my second MSS, which was at Massachusetts, pardon me. Massachusetts, I got first place. And like, I was just like, oh my God, first place at an MSS? This is unbelievable. I mean, we didn't have so many players, but it was actually, CP wise, it meant a lot to me. So it was like, I think it was 80 or 90 points around there. And I was really excited. And there was an MSS after that. And then I got first place again. And I'm just like, this can't be real. This is not me. Nationals. Nationals, prior to Nationals, I felt really confident. I actually made some tweets saying, hey, I'm going to be first. And I don't care. It was after me. I want to be first at Nationals. So I went to Nationals. I cut day 2. Last round, I was on stream playing Patrick Smith, well-known player. He's a fairly new player as well as me, but he has multiple accomplishments, more than me. And I was pretty scared going into the match. He takes game 1. I win the set after that 2-1. So it was pretty cool. It was like, oh my God, I'm going backstage to the Pokemon thing. And it was like, it was unbelievable. Like, I was talking with Aaron. He was actually doing a post-game interview and stuff. It was unbelievable. It was mind-boggling. That night, I literally called my mom and I started crying because it was just like, Mom, I'm actually doing it. Like a lot of my family didn't have faith in me. They thought that I was, a little bit crazy, like professional Pokemon. There's no such thing as professional Pokemon, You should just focus on school. And then, like, once they saw me, like, on Twitch and they saw my name, Joshua Lorcy, my face, and, like, he's doing it. He's really doing it. And my mom actually had the utmost faith in me, and I thank her for that. So after Nationals, I came in 15th place, and that also put me in contention of being a day 2 player at the Pokemon World Championships in California. I was just like, this is not real. This cannot be real. I just started playing this game in a year, and I've already received like a trip to go play a game that I love. That, forget about the day 2, forget about the money, forget about the money, just forget about everything. It's about the game that I love is accommodating to me. I love Pokemon. Pokemon means everything to me. It felt like a dream. Coming from a very, very hard, it's just a very hard life. And it's just like, you only see these things in movies and you only see these things on YouTube. And it's just like, I thought, who am I? I'm nobody. I'm just another player, probably just have, a mediocre season again or whatever the case may be. But I took off and it was just unbelievable. I thank God for that. I thank my mom for that. I thank my friends for that. And everybody who believed in me for that. But now I have fans on Twitter. Everybody's just so fond of me, and I couldn't believe it. And I didn't do too hot at the World Championships, but it didn't matter to me because this year was like a dream to me. So I'm thankful for everybody for that. So yeah, I competed at the London Internationals. I placed 6'3", which is top 64. And due to unfortunate circumstances, I had a Pokemon on our team that was put in a wrong ball, I believe. It's obviously a non-legit Pokemon that you can get in Pokemon Sun and Moon. I just wanted to say, I work 40 hours a week. The game came out 3 weeks ago, and I'm doing school, so I didn't have time to actually breed my mon. So I entrusted in my friend to get me my Pokemons, and everything went through trade. I played it through Battle Spot, and the mon was just not in the ball that it was supposed to be. If I knew that Pokemon was not bred like that, I wouldn't have used it. It was an illegal Pokemon. I would never attempt to use an illegal Pokemon at an event. That's something that I'm against, and I'm disappointed in myself for not, knowing. But hey, mistakes happen. I'm only human. I want to thank the community for being very supportive through this. This is a very tough time for me right now, but I'll bounce back. There's been a lot of racial slurs, racial comments about me as a Pokemon player or whatever the case may be, and I want to touch on this subject primarily because race should have nothing to do with what happened at the event. Yes, the Pokemon was illegal. It passed through the checks. I didn't know the ball was illegal. I didn't know. I don't know the breeding mechanics, but race should never, ever be involved in the situation that I've dealt with racism for almost half my life, and I honestly broke down because they made a fake page of me, Lorcy loves you, whatever, blah blah blah. You know, they use the N-word, they call me a scum. You know, I'm fine with people bashing me about, you know, not checking, like double checking the mods, but please, for other players that want to play the game, the players that, you know, really look up to me because I'm one of the primarily black players in the community, and I just feel like that's just like a step backwards, and I'm really disappointed in myself for, you know, allowing this to happen. It was a mistake on my end, my friend's end, and, you know, this will never happen again. I just wanna say that race should never, ever, with anybody, doesn't matter, black, white, red, yellow, blue, do not involve race with a Pokemon game. It has not, they don't correlate. We are all human. We have all born and raised human. Nothing's different between us. I've also gotten PMs, private messages that, you know, that I'm personally not sharing because they're really disgusting, and I don't know. It's a lot right now. I mean, yes, there's people tagging me saying, you know, Lorcy loves you should be banned because he used a hacked Pokemon at an event. He's a cheater. There was nothing wrong with the Pokemon. The IVs, everything was legit. It passed through trade. You know, I played it on Battle Spot. It was just a matter of, you know, carelessness, and on my end, I'm not double checking them on. So I'll take the L for that, unfortunately. But other than that, please just don't involve race. I do not want to get into that topic anymore. Just not race. That's mainly what I want to say about that. Oh, so this morning I was like, you know, let me go to the event. Let me go support my friend, Tommy Coolin, who was actually in top 8 of the London International. I mean, I went pretty early. And I was just waiting online because they wouldn't let us in. Only top 8 players of each TCG and VGC and their families could go through. So I was just waiting online. And then a dad came up to me. He's like, "Are you Joshua Lorcy?" And I'm just like, "Yes." And then he's like, "Oh my God, we're a big fan of you. My son used your team to get 5th at the London International," and that literally blew my mind because beforehand I was actually really contemplating on quitting playing competitive Pokemon as a whole because I felt like the situation would have been blown up, and that every time that I would do well at an event, there would be just like, you know, accounts that are just, you know, bashing me and stuff, and I don't want to deal with that, honestly. I love the VGC community, and I love Pokemon, and I just don't want to have to deal with, you know, comments and stuff like that ever again. So the dad came up to me. He was like, you know, I got 5th, my son got 5th, and it was just we had an amazing conversation. He was like, you know, if you ever need help, we know how busy you are, we'll actually breed mons for you, just let us know. And I'm just like, people actually care about me, and I need to take that into perspective. And after that, I knew that I couldn't quit. My job is not done here. You know, I can't end my job so quick. I only been playing competitively for about a year now. About a year going into 2 years now. So seeing that father actually showing me text messages of him and his wife, like sharing my YouTube videos that I literally just started a week ago, I was just like, this is mind blowing. This is mind blowing. I can't quit. There's other players that I need to, you know, inspire. There's other things that I need to accomplish. I want to be a world champion. I can't quit now. It just doesn't make sense. So with that dad changed everything. That dad and that mom, they literally changed my whole perspective on the whole situation because I thought I was done. I was done playing competitive Pokemon, and, you know, it's sad because I love this game. I love the players. I love everybody in this community. Lorcy loves you for a reason. I love everybody. We're just Pokemon players at the end of the day. So we're all the same.